Hey everyone, this is Fedde le Grand and you're watching Spinback with me and Dee Sanae.
Hello music lovers and music fans, I'm your host Dee Sanae, and in this episode of Spinback, I catch up with one of the most sought after EDM international producers, Fedde le Grand. He has collaborated and remixed for artists such as will.i.am and Madonna. Fedde and I arrived at the Museum of Moving Images in Astoria, New York. Founded in 1981, this museum holds one of the largest collections of artifacts that range from televisions, the first ever made film projectors, cameras, props from some of the greatest American films, with touches of digital media and recordings. I'm sitting here with Dutch superstar Fedde le Grand. Hi Fedde, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. So how was your trip here to New York?
Good actually. Yeah, I've been a few times before, but this is actually, I think, the first time I'm actually out of, or slightly out of the city, so it's good.
First, I wanted to take Fedde to an interesting addition to the museum called Jody Street Digitals. Not only was this exhibit a display with a minimalistic approach to LED and digital media, the two artists also are fellow Dutchmen. Do you skateboard? So this is part of their exhibit here.
Yeah.
And it basically, when you ride it, it records all this gibberish and it twitters on here.
Automatically?
Automatically, and it's called @SkateMonkey, and it's Jody. Yes, you can stand on
stand
it.
on it?
Yes.
Even?
Absolutely. He tweeted too much.
Sorry. The interactive digital media stations at the museum were so interesting that even Fedde's manager had to join in on the fun.
I know he wants to
You can
do
do a
it.
better job than I do. Your character's lines will appear on the large screen.
I pledge allegiance
And will not fight it. For creative control.
So I wanted to talk about Fedde's favorite things. So I know that I've heard that you are inspired by a couple of musicians, and Jamiroquai being one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you like about Jamiroquai?
Ever since I was young, I think it probably has to do with my dad. I've always been a fan of soul and funk, like from the real old school funk, like the P-funk, like George Clooney and stuff. And I think he does an amazing, very now version of funk music. And I just love him live. I think he's amazing.
So I want to talk about and switch gears a little bit about your favorite production that you've done.
In my case, it's usually the last one you've done, because I mean, if it's correct, you learn a little bit doing everything, and you try to improve yourself a little bit every time. So.
And that would be Turn It Up.
Yeah. In this case, it would be So I just hope the next one's even better.
So this is the stop motion animation. As we toured the museum's exhibits, I also learned how his parents helped him to be the person he is now. So do you have like artistic background?
Well, my mother is a painter,
Oh, okay.
and she also does draw for books.
Illustrator.
Illustrator, yes.
Did your father do anything creative or?
No.
I wanted to save the best for last. As Fedde mentioned, one of his favorite pastimes was video games. You want to play?
Yeah, sure. Let me check if they have my favorite.
So what have you been up to the last couple of months before Winter Music Conference?
Actually, just before the conference, I did a lot of studio time. Actually, so because I'm slowly working towards an album.
Maybe any possible collaborations on this new album?
The only thing I can say right now is that there will definitely be a few collaborations between me and other DJs. There will be some vocal collaborations as well, but I don't want to say too much about it.
As we wrapped up Fedde's first adventure outside of Manhattan, we set out to see him perform at Cosmic Opera. So this brings us to the last question. Cosmic Opera, is this your first time playing at Cosmic?
Yeah, so I'm extremely curious. Actually, I support this young cat called Dennis Koyu, and he said it was amazing. So I'm.
Well, I was looking at the audio visuals. I mean, I'm really excited anyway.
Yeah, I mean they really put a lot of effort in the whole show element of it. So I'm
like
just,
Act 1, you're Act 2, right?
Yeah.
Are you Act 2?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm just curious, really curious.
I have to get one of those ballroom costumes for you.
I have to perform in it.
That's an opera, right?
Yeah.
So, thank you for coming.
No problem.
Thank you for William,
Yay!
Fedde's manager.
Tour manager of the year.
Yes. Join me next time when I will spin another moment in electronica history. For this edition of Spinback, I'm your host, Dee Sanae.